GETHARD Presents here on Public Access Television, Manhattan Neighborhood Network. Please follow us if you're out there, you're watching. Join that Discord. Follow us on Twitch, on YouTube, Instagram, all the things. Follow us. Support the show if you like it. Help this thing survive and keep going. You know, sometimes you see comedians who put in, they're like craftsmen, where they craft these setups and these punchlines, and they record every set they do, and they listen back, and they switch little word tenses, and they work on like the actual inflection of different words to see how that chemistry experiment goes, and it's like science to them. And then sometimes you get people who are fucking chaos bringers. Without further ado, Annie Donley, ladies and gentlemen.
Gentlemen, you have entered a no weak feeling zone. We welcome you to remove your shoes, smoke in the studio, and let your inhibitions take the woke train back to hell, where they belong. And now, please welcome your host, a woman who engages conversation with catcallers, Annie Donley.
I'm a little rogue boy, I'm a bitch. Where did my balls go? Where is my prick? Then something happened, something clicked. Got uncancelled, found my dick. Now I smoke cigarettes, I'm in the zone. I'm king of the castle and here's my throne. I don't care if I hurt your feelings. I'll pay 70,000 just to go to meetings. I got 100 wives and they're all at home. Cooking up a stew while I'm on the phone. Back to the top is where I belong. Sing with me if you know this song. Thank you for being the best man you can be. Me too. One little hashtag, so vile, so hateful. A movement that so drastically shifted power dynamics. Men can no longer say whatever horny thought is on their mind. A world where men who used to be able to sniff a woman's on the train and sing love songs to them now have to walk into a room like this. I'm sorry to bother you, princess. But could I sign your dance card? I'm sorry. One little hashtag has ravished our American men who were once strong-ass cock and ball beasts. They're now blowhard cocks. Well, I'm here to change that. Tonight's webinar is geared to empower men to take back their constitutional right to be horny. Forget how Stella got her groove back. Honey, this is how Steve got his groove back. These razzes better hold me. I got something to say. And guess what? I got a pussy so real, it takes a real man to make it come. Not some cuck like Seth Meyers. So you have to listen to me, because listening to women is the only thing that people do these days. Lots of people ask me, hey, Annie, why are you doing this? Aren't things better now that women have completely emasculated men? Shit. Take a look at our society. Look at what we did to Woody Allen. He's basically shivering away like a newt in his studio apartment in Manhattan, typing away at his old dusty typewriter, hoping someone will listen to him. But will you? Will you? No, we're not allowed to anymore. We have shunned a brilliant man, all because some crazy bitch decided that he's a pedophile. I want to ask you guys something right now. We're going to play a little heads up 7-Up. I want everyone to trust me and trust your brothers in the room. Close your eyes right now with me. Close your eyes. I want you to raise your hand if you miss watching Woody Allen films. Keep them raised, brother. Keep them raised. Keep the eyes closed. This is trust. Now keep your hands raised if you voted for Hillary only because you were afraid of what people might do if you told them you didn't. Look at this. 300-400 hands in the room. Open your eyes. Look at yourself. Ask yourself, what kind of man have you become? Elizabeth Warren tried to bring down old Bernie Sanders when he said that a woman can't be president. Duh! She didn't let him finish. He meant to say a woman can't be president, but she can make me a good gabagool sandwich. Bernie 2020. Look at Weinstein. Weinstein? He can't even walk to trial for sexually abusing and assaulting 87 women. Our hate literally crippled him into a gimp. We will shun him into jail or the bell tower with Quasimodo, where he'll probably go into the Hall of Forgotten Men. And where is our decency and politeness for a man who is just a little too horny? What's the big deal anyway? It's not like these guys. Most of them are geniuses and artists, right? The ones we're putting away in jail, they're geniuses and artists. It's not like these guys are trying to ruin people's lives. It's just some locker room fun. If all you crazy, screaming scissor sister feminists could actually hear what men are really thinking, then you'd have something to scream about. I'll tell you what, boy! If you could really hear what men think about but don't act on every day, you would be fucking thanking them. Let me prove my point. Let's open the phone lines. Let's open the phone lines. I want to hear from you guys out there. What's the worst thing you've ever thought about a woman? Maybe it's you threatened your girlfriend with a knife because she's so beautiful, and if anyone fucking looked at her, you'd slice her throat. What's the worst thing you ever thought about a woman? Maybe you're at a parent-teachers meeting and the teacher's yakking at you about your kid, but all you can see were her titties, and you want to... What's the worst thing you thought about a woman? So the phone lines are open, so go ahead and call in. Now, you know, folks, these feminazis out there, they're picking and choosing which guys they want to cancel too, right? I haven't seen anyone try to stop Tom Hanks or Barack Obama. You're telling me that Tom Hanks didn't try to fuck that volleyball when he was naked and alone on the island? You really think that a volleyball can consent to sex? You gotta be a sick motherfucker to think that a volleyball could consent to sex with Tom Hanks. And here we are giving the Cecil B. DeMille Award. I don't know. A sports equipment rapist. And how about Barack Obama, huh? You're telling me that he never once tried to look down an intern's blouse? Are you kidding me? He is known to have kept the Oval Office at a cool 54 degrees for that nip action. Barack Obama is historically known as the horniest president in office. Oh, he did nothing to him. No impeachment. He was just walking around the West Wing with a raging boner. That's why Michelle's arms are so ripped. She had to keep 16, 17 times a day. Not again, sweetie. Oh, who do we praise now? Who are our modern men? RuPaul, Nanette, Lizzo. Who are these people? Shape-shifting beasts and cucks trying to tell young girls that it's okay to get fat and have sex up the ass. Men, we need you back! Look at this man. Stand up, brother. I'm not gonna hurt you. Turn around. Look at this, brother. What's your name?
Jake.
Say it loud, say it proud.
Jake.
Say it like you remember the day your dad gave you that name when you came popping out of your mom's pussy. From here.
My mom gave me that name.
Jake, I'm gonna dedicate this seminar for you.
I'm gonna pass on that.
At the end of the night, you'll be titty twisting me. My mom. His mom gave him that name. This mic is dead. Bitch, take the mic. Now, I'm gonna help you get your groove back tonight. I'm gonna help all you get your groove back tonight. How does that sound? But first, I'm gonna kick it off to Max Wittert and Sam Taggart to tell you about next week's show right here at M&M. Max, Sam, take it away.
Hi! Hello!
Hi, I'm Taggart.
And I'm Witter. Lawyers at Law!
We'll sue for you.
You're gonna love the way we sue. We guarantee it.
You know, all these other lawyers, they say, oh, evidence this and affidavit that.
But we'll promise to never say that kind of thing.
Don't come here for that. We have a 100% rate.
And a Michelin star.
Eat that. And we're dispensing free legal advice on next week's Chris Gethard Presents.
Yes, you heard me. Free legal advice. All you have to do is call in and get your question on air.
So call us now for your free reading. And by now, I mean next week. Use context clues.
The best Stop. Stop!
What?
The best part of waking up is legal suits from us.
Lawsuits, the fresh maker.
Can you sue me now?
We sue in your mouth, not in your hands.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
We're suing you. Case closed.
We're done.
Done.
Very scary. We're living in very scary times, ladies and gentlemen. Very scary times indeed. Whatever happened, I ask you, ladies and gentlemen, whatever happened to the good old days when men could spit on the sidewalk and they didn't have to wear a coat in the wintertime, huh? Am I right? Let men be cold. They don't need to put on all this fur and fluff. It's okay to let their bodies out in the cold. They can handle it. Something happened 3 years ago at the Golden Globes where men weren't allowed to be men, even though historically they had always been men, right? Something changed. And to prove this point, I want to play a little game with you guys. It's called Good Old Days versus 2017, okay? I'm going to give you a scenario, and you're going to tell me if that scenario took place in the good old days or in 2017 and beyond. Sound like a good time? Good. Okay, let's start with our first slide. First scenario, men were happy and felt safe. What do we think?
Good old days.
You're damn tootin'. Wouldn't it be nice to go back to those days where men don't look so sad in bars anymore? All right. How about this? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Punch your boners down or not. Keep them hard. A man sensually touches the leg of his female coworker for the first time. She feels flattered and turned on. Good old days or 2017? What do we think?
Good old days.
Yes! Imagine if you tried that now. There she is. There she is leaving work, ready to tell her girlfriends, I feel great. Next slide. A man holds the elevator door open for a female stranger. She doesn't get in the door. She sprays him in the face with mace, and his family is taken away from him immediately.
2017.
Everyone, 2017? Yeah. That's right, it is 2017. It happened to my uncle. Next slide. A female barista, women can work, asks a man his name for his coffee. He responds, panty liquor. Love this guy. The barista smiles, writes panty liquor on the cup, and bumps him to the front of the line. When did this happen, folks?
Good old days.
Back when Starbucks was a Starbucks. You know what I mean? Keep it rolling. You guys are doing great. Uh-oh. A man tricks his way into the women's restroom by dressing like a female. The other women in the restroom don't even bat an eye. Some even offer him tampons or pads. What do we think, folks? This one's a little confusing, huh? 2017, yeah. Yep. It is 2017, yeah. This person is a transsexual. You see, we didn't have those back in the day, but now all of a sudden they're everywhere. Okay, keep going. A female senator has sex with an intern. When caught red-handed, she's praised by her peers for her efforts in keeping morale high in the Senate. What do we think?
Good old days.
Good old days. Okay. That was a trick. Because she was a female, she could get away with it. So it was actually the good old days and 2017. And there's the Senate having a party. Feeling good about that rape. All right. Next slide, please. A man has missionary sex with his wife, and he posts it to Pornhub without her permission. The video, despite being the highest rated and most viewed for the month, is pulled by her divorce lawyers, who she hired because she saw the movie Marriage Story one time. When do we think that happened? 2020 is right. I wrote 2017 because I saw the movie before it even aired. Give yourselves a round of applause. You did great with that. Folks, we got something special coming up for you. Do we have anybody on the line? Oh, yeah. Let's kick it back to the phone. We have Sinjin from Washington. Sinjin, are you there with me? And am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, welcome, brother. Welcome to the chat line. Now, Sinjin, did you have a chance to think about the worst thing you ever thought about a woman?
I did. Yeah.
Okay, did you want to have a... Yeah, okay.
So last year, I was seeing a gal, and we kind of fell out of it, but I didn't really want to deal with an awkward breakup. And look, I'm not wishing... I didn't wish that she would die in, like, a freak accident, but golly, if the thought didn't cross my mind that it would make my life way easier.
Sinjin, it would have. Now tell me, how did you want her to die? Because you didn't just see her at the graveyard. You thought about the murder, my friend.
Okay, look. Now, we did live in a shady part of town, and yeah, she worked nights, and she would walk home, because goddamn, I'm not going to go drive to pick her up. But really, it didn't matter to me so much as long as I didn't have to deal with the awkward breakup.
So you're saying that you wanted a stranger to take on the role of murder, and you wouldn't care? Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, I'm not saying I wanted it. I'm just saying I would have been cool with it.
I'm cool with it, Sinjin. Give it up for Sinjin for being so brave. Let's take another caller. We have Doobie Magooby. Doobie didn't. I'm not sure where you're from. Doobie, can you hear us?
Yeah, can you have me?
Hey, Doobie. Where are you from, Doobie Magooby? Let's start there.
New York.
From Newark, New Jersey. Okay, great. Doobie, the question we're prompted tonight, what was the worst thing you've ever thought about a woman? Did you think about this?
Oh, yeah, it was actually like, I was like thinking about like taking a shit on my face and then kissing her and telling her sorry. That did that.
But okay, the sorry part is not so bad. But when you take a shit and then, did you eat the shit, right, Doobie? Is that right? And then you give her a kiss, kind of like a glass-bottom boat sort of thing.
Yeah, I would eat this shit because like I don't have too much money for food.
This is your brother. This is your brother.
It
Listen.
would be good to. I think it would be good to like eat that shit a little bit and then share my food with her. I'm creepy but nice.
Yeah. And I want to make it, Doobie, so that all you have to be is creepy. Scratch the nice. You're allowed to be that way, Doobie. Thank you for calling in. Do we have time for one more call?
Wait.
Doobie, my brother.
Wait.
Go ahead. I'm here for you.
I recognize you. You did the special, right, with Brett?
Yes. I hope Brett Davis is tuned in. He can learn something or another, little motherfucker.
Wait.
All right, Doobie. I tell you what, Doobie, I'm gonna take my fat ass up there to Newark, and we're gonna have ourselves a rockin' ass time at a bar, and you can put shit in my drink. I don't care if I share bacteria with you, and I would even let you butt fuck me. How about that? Let's have a little Doobie. One more call. We've got Brian from Brooklyn. I like the sounds of that. Brian from Brooklyn. Brian?
Hey, what's up, Annie?
Hi, Brian. The question is, what's the worst thing you ever thought about a woman?
Well, it's just really that me and my girl, we watch a lot of movies and TV together, and I've been realizing that I've seen this Adam Driver guy, and I'm like, he might be a better person than my girl. It's that, like, I'm watching Girls, and he's right. And then I'm watching Marriage Story, and he's right the whole time.
Get to the part where you hate your girlfriend.
And then I'm watching Star Wars, and he's right. I'm just saying, I think I like Adam Driver more than my girlfriend.
Let me ask you something, Brian.
wrong?
Let me
Is that the
ask you
worst thing
something, Brian. What did you have for lunch today? Let's start there.
I had a poke bowl.
A Pope bagel?
No, like a poke bowl, like a rice bowl.
How about you start eating some meats for lunch, Brian? You sound like a weak child to me. Your protein levels seem very low. And call me back when you have something to say about slicing your girlfriend open or some shit like that, okay? Goodbye, Brian.
Right.
But stay tuned because I'm going to help you become a better man. All right, let's give it up for him. Thank you, callers. What great things to hear. Am I right? We're going to keep this rolling, and you guys, you're going to get this workshop. But first, a word from our sponsor, Balls Energy Drink. Welcome back. I'm Annie Donley, men's rights activist. And men, you're in luck because you're about to learn the tools to become uncanceled in the Me Too era. Now, this webinar that I teach, which is no longer welcome in any venues all over the world, is now being broadcast all over thanks to Chris Gethard. Chris Gethard is here, and brother, I just want to thank you for giving us this space.
This is not what you put on your outline, Annie.
Chris?
None of this was in what you emailed me. None of this.
You knew that it was going to be 4 men by a woman.
You said it was going to be like a parody of old claymation videos.
And you said, this sounds great. Did you
Yeah.
not? And that's why I'm doing this tonight.
This is fucked up, Annie.
And you're the only one who would say yes to this, so I just want to say thank you for being a voice of reason and for being a leader of my people.
My name
Thank
is
you,
on this.
Chris.
My name is on this.
You look like you need a tan. You look very pale to me.
I've always looked like that.
You need to do something about that. You have a son and you have a wife that needs to fuck you.
Hey, hey. This is crossing some lines, and I don't love where it's going.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're right. Yes, sir. You're right. I just want you to understand that the man that you are right now is not what's really in there. Is it, Chris?
I don't know what that means.
I know there's something bubbling up inside you where you want to call out women more than you do.
The only things bubbling up right now are shame and fear.
Okay. Fantastic. Well, we're going to get this started because we sent our thanks to Chris, and he's so grateful that we're here. He's beaming with pride. So tonight we're going to be covering 3 core ideas, okay, for this webinar, are MAN, as I like to describe them. M-A-N, ladies and gentlemen, easy enough to remember. First, male dominance. Second, A, advocating for your brother. Third, neutralizing feminists. Now, to get this started, I've got a special group of performers, brightest in the business. Please join me in welcoming the uncancelled players. Here they come right now. So everyone feels safe at home, guys, why don't you go down the line and say your name and pronoun? Just kidding. Why don't you go down the line and say your name and why you got uncanceled, or canceled in the first place?
My name's Ariana G. Bolton. I had a brief stint as an unpaid intern at the CEO of Sephora, and I put formaldehyde in all the makeup so that a woman who try to look different for a dating profile will die.
Keebler?
My name's Keebler Ward. You might know that name from social media. I was wrongly social media shamed for manspreading. I was on the A train after midnight, stretching out, relaxing. I just been to the All-Night Framers, and I had my giant framed political cartoon celebrating the Chinese Exclusion Act next to me for history. And I had this, and the train is mostly empty. Someone snapped a picture of me. Suddenly, my name's all over social media. My name is Mud. I'm destroyed. I lose my family, but thanks to the help of Annie, I was able to become a man again.
One of our leaders of the group right here. Stay tuned for him. Randall.
Thanks so much, Annie. You're one of the good ones. So my name's Crandall. Kind of had a crazy childhood. Grew up in Colorado City, Arizona. Kind of a fundamentalist Mormon background. Still hold a lot of those values with me to this day. It's pretty cool. Through the church, I was introduced to a nice woman. We went on one date. I asked for a hand in marriage. She rejected me, and I said, it's not really sitting well with me. I did go home. Long story short, I did go on the dark web. I hired a mentally unwell assassin, and he put out a hit on her life. The authorities found out, and she's safe, but I've lost all contact with the assassin. He's still at large, and he's going to kill something. And my defense team's phenomenal, and they pushed all the proceedings forward, and so I get to enjoy theater sports. So
Glad we have somebody working for you. How about you, Bobby?
What's up, guys? My name's Bobby Birch. First of all, I want to give a shout out to Annie Donley. sticking her neck out on the line. Not a lot of people willing to, put their shit out there right there in this day and age. And, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. My life's been destroyed by what happened to me. A couple years back, I can't even remember anymore, we were hit by a blizzard, hard. It was a big blizzard in New York City. I'll never forget it, man. I was walking down the street, I see a nice pretty lady. Sorry, didn't know I can't say that. Feet, 2-3 feet of snow. I go, excuse me, how about this weather we're having, huh? Innocent enough?
Absolutely.
No response. I go, excuse me. I was talking to you. I said, how about this weather we're having? We just got hit with this blizzard. Hello? No response. She says, I'm not required to respond to you. I'm like, excuse me, motherfucker! Excuse me, fucking bitch! I work 9 to fucking 5! I bust my fucking hump! I can't fucking chat up a pretty fucking lady!
These are your uncanceled players for tonight. They are men just like you. Are you ready to get started and learn how to become the man who you are destined to become? I don't care if you're white, extra white, Republican, or Tea Party. We're going to have a good-ass time tonight. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? Let us pray. Dear Louis C.K., thank you, brother. Thank you for your work in comedy. Louis, I wish that I was blessed enough to see you back in the day where you come from, the Comedy Central. I didn't get to see you, but sometimes I like to fantasize that I was there with you. You're probably in the back of a smoke-filled bar with your black shirt on, pounding whiskey after whiskey, watching some amateur comics take the stage. Probably some female comedians come on. Stupid bitch probably make a joke about her period or some shit. And you would just roll your eyes, wait for your turn, wait for your turn. Then you would take the stage, Louis, and you would just tear that room apart with your fart jokes, Louis. And as we watched you rise in awe, we were in awe of you as you rise to the ranks of stardom. And you didn't listen when people said, no, don't do that. Because your power grew. And with that power, you didn't have to say, okay, I'll listen. You just did your damn freaky thing. And we thank you for that, Louis, for showing us that we could be freaky too. Thank you, Louis, for showing your red dog dick to all those women who didn't want it. Louis, we know that there's a dark, evil force out there that's trying to take your power away. Forgive us, Louis, for not doing more to protect you. Louis, we ask that you keep pushing, pursuing, and keep doing comedy. We love you. Please keep doing comedy, Louis. Please. Amen. Amen. Hey, amen. Okay, folks, here we go. Now, the first section, M, male dominance, okay? This is all about how you walk into a room, okay? I'm talking about body language. I'm talking about confidence and physical assertion. This requires no speaking whatsoever. That's the magic of it. It's all power of physical assertion, okay? And us men have forgotten how to be masculine in our physicality. So what I'd like to demonstrate right now, I would like all the players right now to just begin walking around the space as themselves. Just walk around the space right now as yourself. Look at these men, they're coming, they're going to work. Of course, Ariana is a female, her walk is a little weird. Keep walking. Her hips are abnormally large. God made a mistake when he meant woman. Now, I want you to think about this, gentlemen, as you're walking. Which point of your body do you lead from? Is it your forehead? Is it your nose? What's propelling your walk forward? Is it your shoulders? I want you to think about where that is, and I want you to change that point to something like your chest or your genitals. It has to be your chest or it has to be your genitals. Only those are your only two options. And of course, Rachel, the woman, has chosen her chest, which makes her look like a T-Rex because of her oddly shaped hips. Now, these gentlemen are walking around with their chest or their genitals, maybe at a level 1 right now, but I want to crank it up. I want to crank it up to a level 5. Let's see you walk the room with a level 5 using your prick or your chest. Let's go. Let's go, gentlemen. And of course, Rachel is getting smaller and tinier. This is good. Now, if this is a level 5, gentlemen, I want you. Very good, Bobby. Keep going, Bobby. Go, Bobby. Think about all those women who fucked you over in the blizzard. If this is a level 5, I want you to crank it up to a level 10. What does it look like to walk in a room as a level 10? And of course, Rachel, the Ariana, the female. Oh, where to go? Bobby, ready to hit somebody in the face. Gentlemen, I want to hear your growls. Give it to me. Of course, Ariana, her rightful place on the floor. She can't take all of this masculinity. Stop. Stop. Back to your normal walks. Wow. How about that? How about that? What a difference. What a difference. Okay, stop. Players, I want you to remember those walks and that physicality you have. You just put on yourselves right now. I want to challenge you to try to put this in reality, okay? I'm going to give you a scenario or a room in which to walk into, and I want to see you walk into that room the way you just showed me how you can be right now, okay? Does that sound good?
That's great.
Okay, great. Bobby, you're up first. Come on out, Bobby. Come on out, Bobby. You are at a workbench at a gym, okay? The workbench is here. You see a pretty lady at the gym, and without making any noise at all, no talking, show us physically how you could be in that gym. Remember, your prick or your chest.
Okay.
Really push it.
Okay.
How are you approaching this workbench? Uh-oh, here comes the woman. Better puff up that chest even more, Bobby. Uh-oh, a really handsome bald man just walked in the room. He's huge! Bobby, what are you gonna do? Brilliant! The woman is becoming more turned on. Her sports bra is saturated in sweat, Bobby. She's looking at the other man. Even a bigger chest. Wow, you have turned her glaze to yours. Now she is transfixed. You see a puddle of pussy juice on her tights. Look at this. Now, approach the woman. I'm the woman. This is beautiful. Thank you very much.
Stupid. I don't know.
Okay, Ariana, you're up next, okay? Ariana, you're in the kitchen, and you're thinking about your husband. Okay? Take it away. Interesting. Yes. Even more shame. Even more shame. Yes. It could be this. Now, really miss your husband. He's been away on a trip for months. He's at sea. He has all these female coworkers. over here that look appetizing. Uh-oh. Oh no, she's so horny for her husband. But she would never cheat on him. A woman never would. Give it up for her. A great example of how a woman could be. This workshop is not exclusively for men. It can be for women too. Okay, Keebler, you're up next. Now, Keebler, you're at a bar. And you're buying a drink, and you see a couple of lovely ladies at a group over here, a gaggle of ladies, and you want to buy a drink for them and pass it over to them.
All right, I led with my chest in the exercise. Okay, if I use my crotch?
I would love to see you use your crotch.
Thank you.
Advanced. Gesturing with his dick. Not even speaking a word, but the bartender knows exactly what he wants. He's bringing the drinks over to the women. He pats them on the cheek. They don't really like that. How can we adjust? Even more. He's pleading. Take more drinks. Give them the drinks now. You're angry. They haven't accepted your drinks. They're stubborn. They're looking at their phones. They think you're a joke. Slice them. Excellent. Give it up for him. Come on out. Come on out, Crandall. Okay, Crandall. Now, Crandall, you're at your father's farm. You haven't been to your father's farm in many years, okay? The land has changed a lot. There's new people there. The farmer across the street has a daughter. She's just about your age, and she ain't wearing a lot today. A couple Daisy Dukes and a little tie. That's just holding those titties together. Now, you're supposed to be getting your yard work done. But you can't help but notice the farmer's daughter. Take it away, Crandall.
And thank you for the opportunity, Annie. I led with the chest in the chest in the exercise. Do you mind if I keep it going with the chest?
Do we mind? We encourage. Go ahead. Approach her. Approach her. Approach her even faster. You see me, my Daisy Dukes are on. Good. Now, I'm trying to milk a cow. How can you help me? Uh-oh. This gesture is making me think of a dick. Uh-oh. I'm getting a little too turned on. Uh-oh. Give it up for Crandall, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that, he got a free hand job, ladies and gentlemen. And the woman wanted it to happen. Second idea we're going to cover, advocating for your brother. Now, a lot of men are out there getting canceled left and right, and we feel as men that we cannot speak up for them because we ourselves will get canceled too. I want to change that narrative. I want to be able to stick up for our fellow men, okay? Because you can't just do it on your own. We need to rely on each other as allies, to lift each other up. I'm so sick of men being brainwashed to believe all women. Really? Really believe all women? What about Bloody Mary? We're supposed to believe Bloody Mary? She fucking killed all these people. Believe all women. So in this section, men are taking back that narrative that most men are good guys and they will stick up for themselves. So for this, I'm going to do what is called a conducted story. I'm going to give them a scenario, and one by one, they're going to tell a story as a good fellow brother, okay? Now, for this first scenario, your friend has been accused of sexual harassment at a party, okay? You were at a birthday party, and something happened. Your friend's being accused, and the police have come to question you, Okay, let's start with we were at a party and she was really drunk. Go ahead, take it away.
She was at a party and she was really drunk and she was dressed in a way that it was game time as far as she was concerned.
Robbie.
I mean, she had the skimpiest outfit you've ever seen in your life. And all she kept saying is hooting and hollering, "Oh man, I haven't been laid in years."
At one point, she put her phone down, and a couple of us guys took a look at the phone. She was sending sex all night, so she was clearly revved up and in a mood for this kind of.
And her voice was really high, so every noise that came out of her mouth sounded like a sex noise, basically just sort of.
And it was, I know it was irritating a lot of people at the party, and a lot of people had asked her to stop speaking, and she hadn't done so. And so.
And I'd be more comfortable if we went on with this, this interview, if we could get all the women out of the room, just we could talk man to man on this one.
Yeah. But as we all know, when women speak in that high-pitched voice, that means they're turned on. And they're trying to get laid. Right?
We've all heard the high-pitched voice. And yeah, that's when you know.
Yeah.
That's when you know they're screaming for it. And so a couple of us, surrounded her and we said, "You're in danger."
And at that point, she fell, and everyone thought it was
because she was tripping on her high heels.
Yeah. But what she really was getting in that
ass up in the air.
And titties out.
Soaking wet down in her pee-pee.
Yeah. She's basically screaming, "I want you to hit that shit from the back."
Just one simple way that you can become an advocate for your brother is lie about the story that happened. Now, for our final idea, this is neutralizing feminists, okay? Here, instead of trying to fight feminists, we will apply the opposite force, rendering them ineffective. This is a great tactic for any of you out there who like to hide in the shadows and pretend like you're woke. It's a trick to get women to think that you're an ally. We all know that women are complaining and they don't really want an apology. They are just jealous that they can't sexually harass men back. So basically, you're giving them that chance to be harassed. So to demonstrate this idea, and I want to throw it back to Chris and thank you so much for allowing us to have this space to talk about this, because this is the most important part of, okay, to demonstrate this idea, neutralizing feminists, I want to bring out our feminist, Tess Tickles, ladies and gentlemen. Here she comes. Here comes the feminist, ladies and gentlemen. Here she comes. Uh-oh. Tess, she's just constantly trying to make a problem. You'll notice in this scene, we're going to do a little scenario.
You wait for me when I walk. The glass ceiling is my toilet seat.
We've heard this before, haven't we, folks? We know exactly who this is. So, to demonstrate how rotten and bulldozing Devin is, I'd like to begin a three-person scene with Ariana and Bobby. And Tess, I'd like a three-person scene here.
Call me Ace.
Call you Ace. Sure, change your name to something even more macho. Sure, you're not a woman at all. Okay, so for this scenario, you guys are at a conference room, right? You work for an ad agency, and your client's about...
I'll be walking on.
Interrupting me. Your client is just about to come. You got to create an ad for him, so you got to come up with good ideas for your client, okay? I'll let you take it away.
Okay.
Do you have any ideas?
Man, I'm fresh out. I don't know what I'm gonna do when our boss comes over. I don't know if we're gonna have a presentation ready for him. And we got.
Hi, everybody. I'm sorry I'm late for the meeting. I was just at HR complaining about how everyone keeps getting mad at me for using my dildo at my desk. Sorry, what are we talking about? I'm too worried about my rights.
Your rights, dildo on your desk. We got a deadline. We got bigger fish to fry here.
Yeah, and it's hard to focus when you're screaming.
Do me a favor and shut the fuck up! Bye, bye, bye! Sell! Family? My body, my playground!
Uh-oh.
Crack! Smack! Boom! Yeah,
Scene! Look at this, ladies
Wow,
and gentlemen.
really?
What an awful scene. What an awful scene.
Really?
She completely... How do you guys feel about that? How do you feel after that encounter?
I felt like we were going somewhere in the scene, and she just came in and destroyed it.
Yeah.
I mean, my thing is like, I understand that behavior in third beats, but to come out the gate, like it's like we're still trying to establish the reality.
So you both felt super powerless. You could do nothing about it. But I challenge that. Let's whip our own ass when a woman whoops your ass. Whoop your ass right back at her, okay? Because she wants to kick your ass, let her. She won't know what the fuck to do. So in this next scene with Keebler and with Crandall, I would like you guys to recreate the same exact scene, only this time we're going to let these two men neutralize the feminists. Just take a look.
more.
They want a little more. So here we are, conference room.
I just can't think of any ideas to pitch.
I know, I'm struggling too, but I think if we really put our heads together and dial in, we can pitch some good ideas to our clients.
Good idea. Let me look back at my notes.
Frank, sorry I'm late. I was busy masturbating at my desk. Who are you gonna tell, bitch? I'm a stupid idiot.
No, you're not. We're stupid. We're sorry that we're in the room.
Sorry, you
That's
can
what
take
I
it.
like to hear. I let you take a dump at the office Christmas party, so I better be allowed to walk on my dildo at my
Oh,
desk.
did we take a dump? Oh, we should be punished.
We should.
We should.
This isn't enough for me. I want a piece of the action.
Sure.
Smack, slam, wing, 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 bitch, fucker, asshole, hashtag mine now. Yes, mine. Oh, you're so pitiful. You're so small.
And you're great.
No! What's happening? You're so small! What have I done?
You've gotten everything you wanted. Don't you know what to do with it?
No! Something feels bad! Something's not right! Is it hot in here or is it just me? Ouch! Ow! I'm burning because I'm bad! Oh no! Oh my god! I don't know what's happening. I feel so terribly bad to me. Excuse me, you, sir, please stand up. You don't have to kneel in the presence of a lady. Please. Oh my God, I feel so warm, so happy, so light. My boobs are bouncing. Oh my God, did somebody smell a kitchen? I do. I know where I belong. There's chocolate somewhere. I must be ovulating. Well, I guess I'm off. Boop, boop, be-doo.
Now let's get some ideas, guys.
Okay, I think we can.
And scene! Amazing what will happen if you kick your own ass. A feminist will turn into an actual woman, ladies and gentlemen. Underneath that pantsuit is a real dress. Now, give it up for all your players tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsor.
I'm gonna get an extra minute of you.
hand. Touch my hand, men. Touch me. Touch me. Put your hands on me, everybody. We are nearing the end of the seminar. We have learned a lot, haven't we? Yeah. We have learned a lot. There's much more to come. If there are more people like Chris Gethard who would let me speak my mind about these gorgeous men, if there were more people like Chris, then we could release the wokeness and let this world be what it once was, where men, again, didn't have to wear coats in the wintertime, you guys. Men used to not do that. Chris does it all the time now. Well, let's help him out. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I realize the irony that I'm a woman, and I'm teaching you men this. So, to retroact from all of my sins and for what my sisters have done, I ask you other sisters to join with me right now. Reach down in your pockets, ladies, and pull out those dollars and give men their reparations for what we have done to them all these years. Thank you, and I am sorry for what we have fucking done to you. You especially. You go take your dad out to lunch. And you tell him, thank you for naming me Jake, Daddy. And you, cameraman, I think I love you most of all. You take the money, baby. Who else? This one's ripped. Thank you, and I'm so sorry for never kneeling for you on the subway. That stops tonight. And my promise to you is that if I ever spot you in an elevator, I will just take your hand and place it on my breast. No questions asked. No questions asked. You can keep it there. You get another $1 too. Who's over here? No, come here. Come here. You come here. You pointing right there. Come here. You pointing right there.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you want to kiss me too?
No, I want to walk away. I want to get out of this.
Now, if anybody wants to kiss me while they're getting this $1, I ain't gonna report you to the police. Fuck all of you, this fucking section right here. Look at this shit. I hope you ladies learned something. You ain't getting $1 out of me. I asked you to reach into your pocketbooks and give these men what they deserve. Give me your purse.